This is the Wrestling Conscience channel, suplexing some common sense, some empathy, and some balanced insights in this wrestling street. So let's talk about Saturday night main event. I did my predictions, and did my predictions fail me? No. I could have skipped the whole of this pay-per-view, PLE, special night. It was just retro nostalgia fest. They have the nice logos, everything's so retro, trying to go back in the past 40 years ago. And what did we find doing this? Absolutely nothing. Jess Ventura, Coco Beware, Jimmy Hart. You can put all the legends you want, you can sign all the legend contract, it doesn't matter. This pay-per-view, PLE, whatever you want to call it, just before Netflix, it sucks. Whoever is rolling out before Netflix is not thinking about momentum. How can you have this main event or this PLE and do such a shocking job? I understand that Survivor Series was only a couple of weeks away and it's a short turnaround, but this is like another throwaway D-list pay-per-view, whatever you want to call it. It was not good. It was a waste of time. It was like crown jewel. It doesn't matter. I think in this WWE universe you just have alternative pay-per-views, which doesn't really go with the storyline. Nothing worked. It was trash. Now I don't want to be like other reviewers who just say it's trash and not just say why. I do not hate fully the product. I want to be balanced. Why? I feel that it's important for independent reviewers like myself who are not bought off by wrestlers and want to make friends with wrestlers to tell the truth, because if you hear my other videos, I feel that wrestling journalism is a very shady and dirty industry where people, these popular interviewers or popular podcasters, popular content reviewers are not telling the truth because they have to make the money. I'm not making any money yet, but hopefully will one day soon on this channel. And when I make some money on this channel, I'm not going to change my views because I'm independent and I can say what I want on this platform. I want to say shout out to everyone who's been subscribing, who's been liking, who's been commenting. It's very important to have a very open discourse about this wrestling life. If you check some of my videos recently, people have been commenting. I really do appreciate it. I'm not here to bash people. I'm not here to be horrible to people, but if you have a journey, if you feel strongly about my content, which people have commented, so please do so, and I will respond. I respond. I have a conscience and I will respond, and I'll just be honest with you. Now, I know people always say, if you don't like the products, why do you watch it? Listen, I watch it because I feel like I'm going to commit it to a year after WrestleMania, so I'm going to give it a year and see how it goes, because I was brought in from the storyline of the Cody Rhodes story, so I want to see Cody's championship and see how he goes. Anyhow, right, so coming to nostalgia, lots of nostalgia, old logos, Cody Rhodes coming out of his tour bus, Kevin Owens comes out, Liv Morgan, Raquel Dom, Io Sky, Dakota Kai, Kairi Sane, The Walking, Judgment Day, Finn Balor, Jay McDonough, all of them walking, and Gunther. I think this is about 2 minutes of airtime. I think this was pre-recorded because when Kevin Owens was shown, he in the arena, they were setting up. So I'm just thinking, what is the point of telling people that in the building? We know that they're on the card. I think those extra minutes could be put to women matches. I don't need to see people coming out of a tour bus. I really don't. I think it's stupid because I'm going to see them. And what about the element of surprise? What's the point having a Titantron? What's the point having Gorilla? It's the element of surprise. To me, behind that curtain, behind the Titantron or whatever you want to call it, that is a mystical place where I should not see behind the curtain. I'm thinking anything could be happening. If you expose the back, it just it just strips away a lot of my suspense of belief. I'm not happy about that. I'm going to write a video about this. I've got so much things to say this week. I'll probably just do 2 videos a day. I've been doing daily content usually for the last kind of month now. Anyhow, then we get Jesse Ventura. You can tell that he's like, I'm not going to stick to script. I'm just going to turn up and get paid. I don't think he's, I don't know what he's on. He's just chatting. Don't mind it. Nostalgia. Then Pac Mafee comes back. I don't really care. First match, Drew McIntyre and Sami Zayn. So we know that it's going to be a good match at least because of their track record. But am I invested in a match? No. Do I care about the match? No. Do we care about the match? Does this match make sense? No. Is Sami Zayn going to sell and be hurt and be the underdog? Absolutely. So this is a very predictable match. Sami Zayn's going to be hurt. They're going to do a lot of near falls. Sami Zayn's going to hold body parts. If he's going to hold his stomach, that's what he's going to do in the match, like in most matches. I'm just waiting for the Claymore and then Drew to win. And that's what happened. It was a wasted match. Don't know why it's happened. I'm just so annoyed. They're making Drew a jobber. I don't like it. Moving on, we have Jimmy Hart in the crowd, and I'm like, Jimmy Hart looks the same from like 40 odd years ago. And I had to just do a bit of a Google smoogle, and the guy is 80 years old. The mouth from the south is 80 years old. Wow. That guy looks good for 80 years old, 80, That's a side note. I was like, that guy looks good for 80 years old. I hope he's good. Anyhow. Liv and Io Sky match now. My heart really wants Io Sky to win. And just like in life is not fair. Just because you think you deserve it, just because you're better, doesn't mean that, wrestling is the world of meritocracy. It doesn't matter. It's all about who is popular. And we know that they're men, because, wrestling, their fans are mostly men. The men love Liv Morgan. They find her sexy. She has sex appeal. She has a little cute little beauty shorts. And we know just through whatever type of sex appeal and just European beauty standards, we know that Liv Morgan's going to win anyway. So, but even though the crowd is behind her saying, let's go Io, we know Io deserves, but we know that Liv Morgan's going to win and drag out this storyline. What was interesting, that Liv beats her clean, which makes her a bit more of a credible champion, which I thought that was interesting. When Io Sky was going to do a fly high move near the end of the match, Liv puts her legs up, so that changes the trajectory of the match, and then Liv does her Oblivion. Now, can we talk about the Oblivion finisher? I don't think it's a very strong finish. I really don't. I think she just looks botchy. She needs to get a good finisher. What is the art of the finish? We need to talk about finishes, what looks believable. Now, I understand finishes has to be done, which can be done on any person. I understand that move, but it just looks like a very confusing DDT head thing. And it doesn't look always safe. Anyway, Liv wins clean, and I thought, what's the point of the match? Even as Liv goes towards the ramp, go towards the gorilla, you see Rhea Ripley. So I was like, why is Io getting squashed and killing her momentum just to be the sacrificial lamb, the pawn for Rhea Ripley, just to stare down again at Liv Morgan? So I think this is going to probably drag to WrestleMania, to be honest. What is the stakes? What can Liv do as a heel to get under Ripley's skin? Injure again? I don't know. I don't know what's going on. For me, if you're going to have this D-list pay-per-view, whatever, I would have just put the Raquel Rodriguez match versus Rhea here. It would have been a better spot. But anyway, moving on. Finn Balor comes with his tag teammate. I forgot his name, Madonna. I can't remember his name anyway. And he's got that balaclava thing on his head with his initials, or some of his initials, Finn Balor. And I don't mind him coming to the ring with that. I like people being creative to the ring. My pet peeve on this channel, if people just talk into the ring, just nonsensical. Usually when someone just talks to the ring, or they air show like they've got a championship, they're gonna lose. But I like that he had this balaclava in character, and someone's working on their character. which is very rare on WWE these days. Anyway, it goes down, and then Priest, and then there's Gunther. So it's a triple threat match for the WWE Championship. Now, I didn't care for the match, but I watched it. Well, I watched most of it. They do cool spots. What I found out that Finn Balor is very underrated, very underappreciated, and very underpositioned. He can walk around rings around these two performers. He is very talented and he makes them look good. And I think looking at this match now, it's put up, I didn't appreciate how talented Finn is. Anyway, Priest is doing the Undertaker tightrope move, the old school move, and I know people call Damien Priest a bisexual Undertaker, and maybe he's like showing you like, yeah, you call me bisexual Undertaker, I'm gonna prove you wrong, yeah, I'm gonna do this tightrope thing and just pay homage to the Undertaker. I thought that was quite a subliminal to all of the fans out there. And then Gunther retains the championship, which I thought he was going to do anyway. I felt like Damien Priest could have set out this match, didn't add anything. It'd be interesting between him and Finn Balor if they could carry on and have a proper feud. But, booking. What are the plans for Gunther? What are the plans for Gunther for WrestleMania? What is going to happen? I don't know. Doesn't feel like this have proper plans for Gunther, to be honest, which is a shame because he could be a really good heel and a very good character. Then there's the office of Nick Aldis comes out with the US Women's Championship. Every time I see him, I'm thinking, why is he not wrestling? He needs to wrestle because I just feel like he's in good shape. Then there is Chelsea Green and Minchin match. Now, as I said with the Io Sky thing, the workhorse of the women's division, I think one of them is Minchin. She works her asses off. She's super talented, but for some reason she's not over with the audience. They were dead when she came for her entrance, and she's supposed to be the babyface. But anyway, Chelsea Green, everyone's behind Chelsea Green. Now, with Minchin, I keep on saying, I used to do a video, I keep on saying it, I have too many ideas for content. She needs to change her gimmick. The gimmick is not working. We all appreciate she's a very talented, competent wrestler. Change the gimmick. This urban street fightery, balaclava, street trash. What is the character of Minchin apart from is she the female Sami Zayn or Dolph Ziggler? I really think so, because she can be top tier talent, but I think the gimmick needs to change. Anyway, it's heartbreaking for Minchin. She didn't win, and there was a spot where Minchin did this kick, one of her kick. I don't know what it's called. They don't even name the moves anymore in wrestling, so I don't even know what the move is. But Minchin does this high kick move on Chelsea Green, and then Michael Cole says she didn't get all that in. So I think it wasn't botchy. It was just not as effective. So I don't want to say it's a botch, but it was decent the way how she did it, but you can tell it wasn't as powerful when she first did it. Anyway, you when you see it, you understand what I'm talking about. And then Michael Cole says she didn't get all of that in, but Chelsea sells it well. So before Chelsea sells the move, or just we register how Chelsea is selling this kick move, Michael Cole's like, oh, not sure, get it all in. And for me as a viewer, it's like, you're telling me her move is not effective, and this is stupid and fake. I know wrestling is, whatever. Just leave it alone. Like, if someone sells a botchy or a not totally aligned move, it's fine. We're going to forgive them. It wasn't a total botch. So I'm just like, why are you making Minchin's moves more ineffective, Michael Cole, and drawing attention to it? Because if you didn't say anything, I would have just said, okay, it's fine. So I don't like that. Don't get it all in. You're trying to cover. No, it was fine. You don't do that for the men. You know how much time the men... That's what I don't like about it. People always go hard on women's wrestling, but men make botches and misaligned moves all the time, and they don't pay attention to it. But when it's women, it's like you're always nitpicking. I think there's unnecessary criticism for the women's division. They're not that as bad as people make it out of. Anyway, Chelsea wins with her finisher from the top rope, and I'm not mad that she won, but felt bad for Minchin, and I feel bad that the tournament was quite flat. I don't think they put much attention on the US Championship. Championship. How they made so much attention for Crown Jewel, Crown Stool. They could have put a lot of attention on this US Championship for women. That's how wrestling. That's how WWE see the championship. It's not as prestigious as they think it is. It's prestigious even. Anyway, cool. But now we go to the Cody Rhodes, Kevin's, as expected, lots of false finishings and a bit of shenanigans. Now, I haven't seen this in a long time. Well, I have, but not recently, in PLEs, of the referee getting knocked out. So that's interesting. So the first official got knocked out via Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens mishap. It feels like it's a heel move, and the heel will benefit from this. But it was the other way around. It just shows like Kevin's getting screwed again, that he could win against Kevin Owens, and this is probable. And then Cody Rhodes takes out another official. And I thought, oh, okay, that's interesting, having two referees knocked out. You don't always see that. I think they use it usually for like a WrestleMania or a big PLE. So why are you wasting these kind of main event WrestleMania shenanigans on this dead PLE? I don't know. And Kevin Owens took a chair, and then people are thinking so the chair was in the ring. Cody Rhodes was in control of Kevin Owens, and I think that he did the pause like, oh, should I use the chair as a weapon or damage to make sure KO is properly KO'd, right? But then Cody did his Cody cutter on top of the chair, and he harmed himself in wrestling logic. Because if Kevin Owens landed on the chair, in wrestling logic, he would be more affected. He would be more hurt, right? But Cody literally went on top of the chair and harmed himself in wrestling logic. That doesn't make sense. And then he pushed the chair away. I'm like, but you could have pushed the chair away, then did your Cody cutter, and it would have the same effect. I just thought that was very confusing. Then conveniently, all after that, the first official woke up and he did his 1, 2, 3 and Cody won, and I was like, this is some bull crap. It just felt like another SmackDown event with some dark matches or something. It just felt like you could have just wrapped this up on SmackDown. I don't know why this happened. This is silly. It's just a waste of time. I don't like it. This is what you're doing in the festive season. So this is what you're doing now, and Netflix is coming, and then there's Royal Rumble in like a month and a bit. What is going on? I'm not excited. What are you gonna do? Just pull out The Rock when it's Royal Rumble? Pull out John Cena? You cannot rely on John Cena and The Rock to solve all your problems. There are special attractions, but you can't use them all the time. It's just gonna die out. So if you see my other wrestling channels talking about WWE is not making it, there's a vacuum, there's a gap of stars on the roster for people to draw. I'm giving it 1.5. It was a waste of time. At least Crown Jewels, everything's all sparkly and I felt there was energy, but this one, I'm really trying to find positives, I'm really trying, because people are like, why you don't watch it? I watch it because it's important to give criticism, to give balance to the product, because people are lying in the streets. You see this review saying everything is amazing, positive wrestling. I'm like, bro, in your heart as a big old man with hair on your front, with balls, that was not a good match. That was not a good PLE. That was not good, and you're lying to the masses, and I don't think that's right. So yeah, if you like my content, if you like to help me out, I really want to get to 100 by the end of the month. Please subscribe, please comment, please just get this channel visible. and then hopefully I get some traction. I can increase more production, the production value. I'm just trying to work out the content out here. People resonate over a lot of videos I've done. Over the past 30 videos I've done, people resonate with different things. So I'm just trying to work out to make content better and just hone it in a little bit. Alright, this is a